you, Senator Van Hollen. We next have Senator Scott, followed by Senator Lujan.
Okay. First, I want to thank the chairman for holding this, and I agree with Senator Van Hollen. I think we all, and it's similar to what Senator Johnson said, I think we all ought to maybe get around the table and come up with all the different ideas. And probably I think something Senator Johnson was saying, let's all get all the facts in front of us first, because there's a lot of misconceptions about Social Security and how it started and what, the ways to fix it. So we've got a lot of Social Security Medicare recipients in my state, Florida. So I proposed legislation that's called the Protect Our Seniors Act that would safeguard the benefits of these critical entitlements. It does three important things. First, we'll send the funding of 87,000 more IRS agents and put that money in Social Security and Medicare. Second would say any savings with, if there's a way to come up with savings in Medicare, and there clearly is, we keep those in Medicare. Last fall, there was legislation that was passed that cut the spending in Medicare, but unfortunately that money was taken outside of the Medicare program, and so instead keeping it in. Finally, would it establish a rule to prevent cuts to Medicare and Social Security unless you had 2/3 of Congress willing to do that? So, because I think we all have to figure out, I think all of us have said we've got to figure this out. So we've had since 2019 about a 1.8% increase in our population. Dr. Weigel, how much in dollar numbers, how much is to go back to the 2019 budget, Biden's proposed budget this year, how much is that? How much increase would that be in the total spending?
Total spending from 2019. I don't have 2019 in front of me. It's gone up. Spending as a share of the economy and in dollars.
It's about I think it's about $2 trillion. Okay. Wouldn't that be close?
It's in the trillions. That's right.
Yeah. So, Mr. Cost, how much would it cost this year to fully fund where there was no deficit in Social Security, however you do it? How much dollars are we talking about just in this fiscal year?
Yeah, this year the cash deficit was I had it before me, $145 billion is what we have this year. So
we've had a $2 trillion increase in our budget, okay? And to fix Social Security, we could have taken some of that money from other programs and put $145 billion, and that would have fully funded Social Security.
That's the primary deficit this year. So that's in substance what we're
just
drawing
for one, just for 1 year.
That would be just for 1 year what we're drawing from the trust fund.
Right.
That's in substance the cash gap.
Right, and I think everybody would agree that this is a pretty big issue for every American thinks about this. Whether maybe my grandkids don't think about it much, but I think anybody's thinking about their retirement. So what do you all think of Joe Biden's proposal right now? What do you think of his proposal to fix Social Security? What do each of you think about
it? During the presidential campaign,
no, the one like in his budget, the one he would have this right now in his budget.
I don't believe there is anything.
I said we analyze the president's budget every year, and we did not analyze any Social Security proposals. So he has no proposal to fix Social Security, one of the biggest issues. He's the sitting president of the United States. Number two, that's the first question. So in the budget, when they came and talked about the budget, what was the response when anybody asked about what they were doing to fix Social Security? Did they say what they were doing when they came and talked about it? When OMB came and talked to this budget committee? So I don't know. That's beyond the role of CBO.
Right.
But
so we've sat here. We've increased our budget by $2 trillion in 5 years. All right. Right now, we could fix Social Security with some of that money. It would take $145 billion out of $2 trillion, and there's not one thing that Joe Biden has done to fix it.
Yeah, and just to make sure that the 145 is the 1 year cash balance. There's lots of other
but the budget's up $2 trillion. So. Right?
Yeah. No, and we of course we would analyze any proposals. So.
Right. So, I mean, I think that what's frustrating here is we know this is one of the biggest issues we have. We've seen an unbelievable increase in our spending and been nothing by this president to do anything to solve it. So, Mr. Chairman, I think we ought to go back to what Senator Johnson brought up. Let's all sit down and talk about this and our entire budget. If the biggest issue we've got is retirement benefits, which I think most Americans would say it's one of the top 3 issues they're dealing with. It's inflation, it's retirement benefits, and medical bills. And this committee, I think we have every opportunity to solve it, so I hope we'll take that opportunity. But I want to thank each of you for being here.